Hey there, everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone's being safe in this pandemic we are experiencing. I hope everyone is doing all right in your lives. Welcome back, and we're going to talk about something that I don't think I've done a video on ever, and that's the deck gun. A number of years ago, I wrote an article in it in subsim about the deck gun. I'm going to attach that to the description below. But basically, the deck gun is one of the least written about topics in this game, right? Excuse me. When we talk about torpedoes, we talk about TDCs, we talk about everything in between. We never get to the topic of deck gun. Now, in history, the deck gun was actually at one point, especially in World War One, to be the primary way to dispatch ships. This is before the convoy systems were thought of. This is before destroyers were really, really good at what they did. This was at a time where, your U-boats were just lone wolves all the time. Like I said, World War One, right? But anyway, we learned obviously that becomes a really bad idea as escorts become better, as task forces start to form, as convoys start to arm their boats. So let's talk about some of the goods and bads about deck guns. Well, obviously, good. I think deck guns are a lot more accurate as far as hitting your target versus torpedoes. Torpedoes, there can be a lot of things that happen, a lot of stuff that can occur. Whereas the deck gun is it's direct, right? As long as we are close enough to the boat, we're going to hit it 9 times out of 10. And then if you're using your crew, I mean, who knows? It might be even less than that. But overall, you will hit your target. The bad thing is, though, it takes forever to sink a boat unless you're hitting in the right spots. We know that boats in Silent Hunter 3 and 5, they have a couple of zones. One for ammo, one for fuel, one for engines, one for sinking, okay, and so on. The thing is, though, if we're not hitting the right spot, this could take a very long time, and that process I always assume that, when I'm shooting ships, that the SOS call went out immediately, right? So how do I deck gun? What do I use deck gun for? Well, first of all, I deck gun for the purposes of assisting a ship sink after I've torpedoed it. All right. In the early war, you can get away with, obviously, deck gunning the hell out of it. But if you're an SH3 player, there's some C2s out there. You could take your entire ammo supply to sink. All right. So I don't rely on hitting ammo storages. I don't rely on trying to aim for the fuel. So I'll show you how I use the deck gun. First of all, a lot of people don't do it right. All right. Okay. If you're, putting holes in the ship all over the place, that's nice and all, and it will cause damage, and eventually that damage will cause the boat to sink, hopefully, but it's not guaranteed. All right. What's modeled in SH3 and SH5 and most of the other ones is the sink rate, okay? As long as you get it below the water line, okay? As long as you get below the water line of that boat, you will cause it to sink, okay? So how do we hit the water line, all right? Or how do we know that we're hitting the water line? A very simple way of doing it, okay? Aim for under the water. Aim for the boat. So here, you got this little wave popping up here. I can see where the boat is, all right? And I'm going to aim just under the water. And I know I've done right when I see a plume of water come up first. And then you hear the explosion afterwards, okay? That's how it's supposed to be, all right? Aim for the water line. Get this boat to start sinking. So even if it doesn't get damaged enough to sink on its own, it's going to get slowed down or eventually capsize. Because what's really well modeled in this game are the zones, right? The flooding zones, the damage zones. It's the same as in your submarine. It's just that but you have to cause the damage for it to occur. So when you're aiming for the water, or aiming for the ship, aim for that water line. Hit the water first, get that plume of water, then hear that explosion, and then you're good. Okay, if you are going to be using your deck gun primarily, have your flat gun up and ready as well. Okay, you might as well, right? You might as well have your entire ship at the ready at this point because, again, that SOS has gone out immediately, almost instantly, and so you want to be at the ready. Don't take anything for granted in this game. All it takes is one stray task force to be in the area, and then you're done for. So be ready for a quick getaway. Be ready for a long engagement, if possible. Do it at night. Never do it anywhere else. Okay, try to do it at night. If you're near the coastline, forget about it. You might as well just attack a task force. And that's about it. Real simple video. I want to make a video so you guys know I'm still out there. I'm still alive, and hopefully I can get some more content in. I've been really busy, and I hope all of you guys are doing well. I hope this video helps. And if you have any questions or comments about deck gunning, let me know. I will add the description into the description that segment from subsim.com. Take care, guys.